Number 2 of the day. Julianne has been having her bees. I think it's her bees and other bees from the area that have decided that Julianne's beekeeping skills are on par with their desires to live. So she's gonna snip a little bit of this apple tree away, and then what she's gonna do is she's gonna put her hand at the back end of it there, and she's going to clip the whole branch and take it over and shake it into the hive. So this is how bees reproduce. They have a whole bunch of babies, and then the senior queen bee, here, let me show it. You don't have the bee suit on? Yep, Julianne does. Careful. Usually they're pretty docile right now.
And they're already pretty docile.
So they follow the pheromones of the queen to a new hive. I'm gonna back up gently.
I'm standing back here.
Yep, and she's gonna take and move them into the home right here. So she's got another bee box set up, another hive, and she could actually do one of two things. She could just shake them and drop them in there, or she could trim that branch up even more and set the whole branch into there gently.
I might do that with this one. Pretty...
So in the past we've had to do the shake method just to get them to move, but it's pretty cool because the senior queen, or the queen that was existing in the previous hive, what she'll do is she'll take a portion of the colony, she'll raise up a new queen and leave it in the existing hive, and then she will leave and go and establish a new hive with a portion of the colony. So kind of cool how they do it. So I hopefully,
go ahead and set this in there.
Yeah, so she's gonna do the clip and set method and just kind of keep them all happy in this cluster and put them into the new home. And the queen is somewhere in the center of it there. We don't even have to look for it right now because
I know she's in there.
She's in there, they're hanging out there. So she's gonna drop the whole thing in, put the top on, let them start to get established. And she's just putting a queen excluder on right away so that when she adds the new supers on the top, she can go ahead and then just have that in place. And then she'll put more frames in there and all that stuff, yeah. So hopefully that was about $180 capture of a new swarm, and it will be a new hive. Can you? Yep. So they'll all relocate and start becoming a bustling of activity at the. Yeah. Here, let me see if I can't be quiet for a second.
You can probably get close. Yeah.
We'll be real quiet and see if you can't hear. All right. So I'm gonna back up. Like I said, they're pretty docile right now when they're swarming like this because they're really more concerned about relocating, protecting the queen, and finding a new home. So yeah, just like that, she threw the bee suit on. Grandma was out here doing some weeding, and there was a whole new colony of bees that will be established, and we'll have more honey. And I forget the stats, is how much one hive, how many pounds of honey one hive can produce. I think it can be, I'd say it can be almost 200 pounds. They're kind of liking the smell of this area right now again.
I just messed them up.
Yeah. So they'll all be a little confused just for a little second here, but then it's amazing how quickly they will start to relocate. You can see even the front there, I can't get super close at the moment, but the front is becoming a bustling of activity going on there. So kind of cool. Just want to bring you along. Have you ever kept bees before? Have you considered keeping bees? What are the bee facts that you know? What kind of bees do you keep? Do you keep Italian bees? Do you keep Russian bees? Do you keep those crazy bees? Everyone thinks that honeybees are like the killer bees. They're not. Honeybees are really actually pretty docile. Something we've learned at the farm, guys, is that if you ever don't smack bugs on your arm when you're on a farm with bees, is you swipe your arm. So we've learned a long time ago when we were keeping bees that we don't smack our bees because they get stuck underneath your hand and you get stung. Whereas if you swipe on your arms and all that stuff. So anyway, pretty cool. We love seeing the springtime here with all the activity. And it's really interesting when you think about how bees reproduce. They take the senior queen from the hive, and then she raises up basically a new hive, and then the junior queen gets left behind in the established hive that's kind of ready to go, and then the senior queen takes off and establishes a new hive with her, with her senior hive skills. So yeah, there we go. There's a bunch of activities still going on up here. You can see all the bees flying around up there, and then they will relocate. It's nice because it's still afternoon, so they'll have the afternoon to kind of relocate, reorient it, and then ideally they make that their new bee condo, and they start making tons of honey for us. So it's amazing. Julianne, is it 1 teaspoon or 1 tablespoon? Each bee makes. Each bee makes 1 teaspoon. Between a teaspoon and a tablespoon. But when you think about it, that one bee takes all that time to make 1 teaspoon, tablespoon. Someone can look it up and give me an answer on here. I'm sure, I think Levi's on here, so maybe he knows. But look up the facts on that if you get a chance. That one bee over its lifetime will make, like, I don't know, between 1 teaspoon and 1 tablespoon of honey. And then you compound that times a hive that's really active and doing well, with 60, 80, 120,000 bees. That gives you an idea. So yeah, Annie says they are all around me, which they are. So anyway, hopefully that was interesting. Hopefully you guys can just never, if you haven't been around, if you've ever caught a wild swarm, let us know. Give us a thumbs up and let us know what your thoughts on that. But that right there is a swarm of bees that will become new Heartway honey. So have a blessed day, guys. Enjoy. And we are out doing big projects. We have a house that we are power washing and painting. We have lattice work that we're putting up for privacy fences. We have shutters that we're repainting that are going to be black, and Annie's going to be super happy because the house is clean and all those good things. So
And the sun's out.
wave hi and say goodbye.